I'm Nick Syrett, lead physiotherapist for City Physio Manchester, and this is stage 1 of strengthening the lateral rotators of the hip against gravity inside lying. To start with, engage your deep core muscles, clench your glute, tighten your butt. If you dig your thumb into this area, you'll feel the muscles tighten up. The object of the exercise is to lift the top leg up against gravity. So core squeeze, glute squeeze. You'll use your foot resting on your knee as a bit of a pivot. Lift up, opening up like a clamshell, and then drop straight down again. Now, during the exercise, watch for the cheats. The cheats being pushing through this hand, if you're pushing through here, to cheat and help yourself, or pushing hard through your arm. So don't push hard through here. All the activity wants to come from your core and from your glute. So pivot up. Try to minimize how much your upper body is moving. So we don't want to see you moving around too much, so you stay nice and still. Remember not to hold your breath. And you repeat the exercise until the point of fatigue in your glute muscle or a loss of quality in the exercise. So if your top leg starts to shake like a leaf, or you're feeling it falling forwards and getting tired, stop the exercise, remember the number, and your target for stage 1 is to build up the number of exercises until you reach 30. And that's stage 1, strengthening the lateral rotators against gravity. This is stage 2 of strengthening the lateral rotators of the hip against gravity. The difference from stage 1, you may see, is that my arm I'm lying on has come from in front to behind my back, close up behind my back, in a sort of recovery position. This reduces the chance of cheating and makes your glute work a little bit harder against gravity because you don't have the assistance of the arm to push. Same position as stage 1. Using your top hand for a little bit of assistance, or you can use it to palpate your glute muscle in here. Tighten your core, tighten your glute, bit of assistance if needed, and then lift as before up to the top, controlling the speed that you're coming down, nice, smooth and controlled. Looking out for those cheats, pushing too hard with this hand. If you're not sure if you're cheating or not, put your thumb in there and build up to the point of fatigue, or 30 repetitions, whichever happens first. When you hit 30, move on to stage 3. This is stage 3, strengthening the lateral rotators of the hip against gravity, adding some extra resistance in the form of a TheraBand. Same idea, core squeeze, glute squeeze. This hand is for stability, not for assistance. Lift against gravity and the TheraBand resistance. Smooth and controlled. Remember the cheats from stage 1. Don't push too hard through this arm or through this hand. If you're not sure, place your thumb on your glute for some feedback. Check you're working the right muscles. Make sure your top of your body is not waving around too much. The more stable you are, the harder you're working your core. Increase your number until you hit 30, stopping when you hit the point of loss of quality or fatigue in this muscle here. And that's stage 3. This is stage 4 of strengthening the lateral rotators of the hip against gravity. This time the legs are out straight, we've lengthened our levers, making this work harder. Same idea, core squeeze, glute squeeze, not pushing too hard through this or this arm. Core squeeze, glute squeeze, lift your top leg up against gravity, turning your big toe outwards and upwards towards the ceiling, and then lower it back down again. Nice, smooth and controlled. Try to keep your leg in a straight line with your body if you can. If you're lifting in front of your body, you're cheating. Repeat until fatigue, loss of quality, build up the number until you hit 30. This is the fifth and final stage of strengthening the lateral hip rotators against gravity with added TheraBand resistance. As for stage 4, keep the legs in line with the upper body, engage your core muscles first, clench your glute muscles at the side here under my thumb, lift the straight leg, turning the big toe up towards the ceiling. As for stage 4, just add the resistance. As before, repeat until fatigue or until loss of quality. Smooth and controlled. And that's the end of the 5 stages.